Right, well, according to my trusty ruler, there was a 2 centimeter difference, and it did go the way I expected. So, what happened was, this coil with the small gap in between did turn out to be better. So, from that we can deduce that the lensing effect is significant. So what we want for the final model is a coil that really grips the outside of this shaft, and that means we go on to finding out the second more important factor. We're not going to get distracted with excess experiments. We're going to deduce the best way to do this and go after it. So, science dictates that what we want to do now is try less power, because overwhelming power has obvious results. So, and I'm not winging this, just in case you're wondering. These magnets here are obviously very small, so what I'm going to try and do is replace the large magnets with these small magnets, and I have a few different sizes obviously, to determine saturation mode. It's all very well and good to have a shaft that exactly matches the hole, and ideally speaking that will be fine. That suits me quite nicely. I'm happy with that. That's not a compromise for me at all. I will wholeheartedly admit that there's a few ways to go about this. But this evening, in this particular instance, what I'd like to rule out now is that power is really a problem. So, not enough power connected to the size of the shaft. I'll just try and explain this in a couple of different ways to avoid confusion. That's probably the most useful I can make myself at this juncture to all aspiring gentlemen engineers. So, and anyone who's just keen to have a crack at it, obviously. I'm not winking, by the way. I'm perfectly serious about this. We're building free energy machines here, so we want to do it right. I'm going to replace these large magnets on either end with these small magnets, and see if, much like an electrical transformer, saturation is an issue. I can keep putting as much bigger magnets on the end of these as possible, and you'll reach a point where you're just wasting your money. Big magnets will make no difference whatsoever. So what I'm trying to determine now is whether there's a perfect size magnet for a perfect thickness shaft. So, because obviously what you want is a balance for the sake of expenditure, which is very important, and some other thing which is less important. So let's go ahead and have fun with this one.